Hey everybody, Dirili here. Thank you so much for joining me for another episode of Sweet Fuse at your side. Today we are going to be starting Shirabe's route. And of course we're keeping the same name. If you haven't already watched the first couple videos in the series and Shido's route, at least the first couple videos in Shido's route, then you should do that because I'm going to be forwarding through everything I have already read because I don't want to read a couple hours of the same material again. And I know a lot of people are going to be like, oh, Shirabe, he's so old or whatever. But no, okay, come on, listen. I'm 40. I may even be older than him. I think Shirabe's 40, so I might be the same age. I'm not sure. But, yeah, at or around that. I'm totally being a cougar with every other guy on this game. So yeah, appropriate age bracket here, actually. So, yeah, I'm gonna have fun dating a guy my own age for once. Thank you very much. I just think he's a really cool character though, so I can't wait to see how his route goes. Anyway, let's check this out. You can just sit back, relax, and let me read you a story. Here we choose You Know Who He Is. About the Kanedebu phone strap. What? Something different again already? Excuse me, is this one taken? What? A new person? Dasoku. Never seen him before. No, go ahead. Thanks. Isn't this exciting? I can't believe I'm at the Gambatorium. I was so excited last night I couldn't sleep. He's actually pretty good looking, huh? I guess he's not an option, but he's good looking. I know, I couldn't sleep either. Why'd they add that into here? That's interesting. I guess maybe he'll be playing some kind of tidbit later on at some point. There's gotta be some reason to add him in a third playthrough. Oh yeah, and at this point, you'll probably wanted to watch or listen to some of Mitarashi's route as well, because we're going to examine the statue with him and Shirabe and Urabe, which we did in his route, which we'll be skipping. I think it was the tail. Awaken to your destiny. Well, Kasa might know something. Let Mayoshi try. Apparently the choices are the same in a lot of the routes. Take his hand. This time, examine the floor with Shirabe and Mayoshi, the first time we've done this. I decided to investigate the floor with Shirabe and Mayoshi. Remember, if you find anything, don't touch it. Don't know what does what in here. Right. We spread out in different directions, scanning the floor. It seemed totally ordinary until I spotted a mark about the size of a fist near a wall. There's something over here. It looked familiar, but I couldn't quite place why. This is a three-leafed wild ginger. Oh, that's the Mito seal. Correct. We also call it the Mitsubaoi. That's pretty well known, like you said. It was used in Mito. The plant is called Asarum coalescens, or wild ginger. Usually it has 2 leaves. 3-leaved plants are exceedingly rare. Mayoshi spoke up. Edo Palace was the home of the ruling Tokugawa family. The protagonist is usually part of the family. So, that means this is the crest of the ruling clan, right? Do you think this could be the Holy Seal? I think so. Look at this. It's sticking out just a little, see? My money says this is some sort of switch. Then something will happen if we push it? Well, that's how switches usually work, yes. I don't think we're going to find anything else here, though. Mayoshi nodded, and we decided to regroup and see what the other teams had found. It only took a few minutes to go over everything we'd learned. Shido reported finding a diamond-shaped hole all the way through the statue from its stomach to its back. Also, the statue and its base were apparently made of different metals. Mitarashi reported they discovered the sliding doors were mostly painted on, although there were a few real ones. Each wall had 1 real door, so if we didn't count the entrance, that left 3 possible exits. And skipping? Once again, what were you thinking? Explosive insight different. And get mad twice in a row. Apparently these guys really like it when I get mad. An angry woman is very attractive. The fear turns them on. It's an aphrodisiac. Now this time we get to go with Shirabe and explore the park. After a little thought, I decided to go explore the park with Shirabe. Go on a little tour here. What is this? I guess I'd just get in the way if I went with Mitarashi, so maybe I should go help gather information.
Developing an interest in investigative journalism, eh, little lady?
No, I just like your company. Yeah, I guess. I just thought I should go find out what I can. Do you mind if I tag along?
Sure, no skin off my back.
We walked around the park, examining several different locations as best we could in the dark, including the entrance and the Ferris wheel.
Alright. We've been to a couple different areas of the park now.
He tapped his forehead with his finger.
Nobody's outside the park. I guess that means they're using the hostages to scare everyone off and keep the cops and news cameras out of range. The entrance isn't locked, so technically we could leave whenever we want. If the pig's gonna stick to his word, though, that he'd kill the hostages. It looks like the whole place is being run by the piglets. No actual employees.
Well, I guess you could call the piglets employees.
The Ferris wheel's been blown up. Whole thing's a mess.
Yeah, I've been with you, I could see that. Gosh, it's really looking bad, isn't it?
Yeah. Seems like that little pork chop thought of everything. This is no crime of passion.
Oh, definitely not. There's no way this was spur of the moment. He shoved another snack into his mouth as he spoke. It didn't look like we'd find much else, so we started back toward the restaurant. You really know a lot of stuff, don't you?
Where the hell'd that come from?
Well, I mean, you kinda saved us a bunch of times today, 'cause you knew something. Yeah, he knows a lot of stuff, which is really cool.
Glad to know all that junk isn't just taking up space, I guess. Sometimes it's not enough to just know things, though. Shining light on the truth takes a little more...
Huh? He seems kinda... depressed. Oh, he's offering me some... cracky! Look at that! It's not Pocky, it's cracky! Well, people do say Pocky's like crack.
I want one.
A true sign of affection. What? He fished the box of snacks out of his pocket and held it out toward me.
I want one.
I feel so special. Should I really take one? I mean, candy from strangers and all that. It may be the first day, but you're not really strangers anymore. Yes, I will graciously take a snack. Okay, just one. I mean, I highly doubt that, this Pocky is roofied.
Alright, make sure you enjoy it, alright?
After all, this is precious Pocky. I didn't really feel comfortable asking him what was wrong, so a snack would have to do. Yeah, it's too early to pry. So, you just always got these ready to go?
Better to have them and not need them, I always say. I feel like heading back.
Sure. They usually say that about guns and condoms, not snacks. We set off in the direction of the restaurant.
You were pretty impressive yourself, you know.
Huh?
Your epiphanies, your insight. Particularly in that last room. The rest of us were all flying blind.
Oh, come on. My insights are nothing compared to that voice of mine.
I think we're going to need that tomorrow.
Oh, well, I'll be sure to try my best then. Man, it really feels nice to have someone tell you that you did a good job. It does, doesn't it? Before I noticed it, we were at the restaurant. Time to eat.
Well, now that we've all finished, I'd like to give a quick rundown of what I turned up out there.
With all eyes on him, Shirabe began to describe what we'd seen. And now we're skipping. And now, break time with Shirabe. No, you're not sleeping. Shirabe, where are you at? Shirabe!
Oh, what's up, little lady? Can't sleep?
Yeah, I'm wide awake. Are you having trouble too?
Huh, yeah. I guess you could say that. Came out here hoping that we have a newspaper.
He held up a newspaper and shook his head. There's nothing about what happened today, is there?
No, not a damn word.
Well, it hasn't even been a day yet.
True, but this is the evening paper, and there's nothing. Nothing!
That means he's using the hostages to cause a media blackout, I guess. I wonder why.
Probably a gag order. You saw the hostages.
He frowned and folded up the newspaper angrily.
I thought maybe we'd be able to get something from the outside, but...
I wouldn't worry about it too much. There's gotta be something in the morning paper. I wouldn't count on it.
I hope so.
Shirabe sighed, I could tell that the journalist in him was itching to get to the bottom of this whole thing.
Huh.
Shirabe? He was staring straight ahead, the newspaper forgotten, as if something had suddenly occurred to him. I know some people kind of drift off when they're thinking hard. What should I do? I decided it was best to just wait for him to come back, but the longer I waited, the clearer it got that he wasn't likely to do that anytime soon. Uh-oh, I'm starting to get sleepy. Uh-oh, am I gonna fall here and he's gonna have to carry me back to my room? Even though I knew I should probably go back to my room, I couldn't work up the energy to move. I felt my eyelids begin to drift closed.
Hey.
Huh?
You alright?
You woke me up. I was having a nap, man. As the sleep cleared out of my head, I realized his face was very close to mine. Wait, what? What's going on? I blinked and he let out a relieved sigh.
You must have tipped over onto me while you were sleeping. Gave me a real start, I tell you what.
Oh, sorry, I didn't realize I was sitting so close to you. Huh? Oh! I'm sorry. I scrambled back away from him. I don't know, aside from being startled, I don't think he looks too upset about it. Oh man!
Huh, don't sweat it. Just scoot on back to your room before you conk out again, okay?
What, you don't want to carry me back? Pretty sure I'm small enough it wouldn't be too much of a strain. He gave me a pat on the head, and I gave him a nervous sort of polite smile before running off, my cheeks burning. Oh gosh, that was embarrassing. At least it didn't seem to bother him too much. Why would it? Whew. Well, I'm definitely sleepy now. Just look at the time. Oh, time to forward? Yep, time to skip. This time we choose paper, so we get a different Alice Cart scenario. Oh!
Just imagine it. You and me on the open road. Well, the open track anyway. We're ready to get moving.
Yeah, let's do it! I just hope I don't screw anything up. That left Shido with Miyoshi and Mikasa with Mitarashi. I climbed into my cart. Looks like there are two sets of controls, one for the wheel and one for the gas. I guess I've got the gas, again. Wait, Arabe won't be able to drive by himself. I looked over at him.
You don't need to worry. Apparently this cart has been made so it can be driven by a single person.
Oh, good. Oh, darn it, I forgot, I can skip. A little tiny bit. I was still thinking when Shirabe spoke up.
Alright then, let's see what we can do.
He gave me a grin and a conspiratorial wink. He's pretty good at looking like he doesn't care. I felt a little of my tension fade away. After all, he was so relaxed. Things couldn't be that bad, right? Don't give me a false sense of security, man! Shirabe started up the engine and turned to me.
Well, we're on the straightway. I want you to put it through the floor. Then ease off when we hit those turns. About half the juice should be good.
Right, got it.
I'm counting on you, little lady.
I'll do my best. One of the piglets appeared at the starting platform with the flag. Then the signal turned green and the race began. Here we go. The roar of the engines filled the air, and the cart sped off. I pushed down on the gas pedal as hard as I could. Awesome! We're in the lead group! Shirabe didn't seem concerned about anything, humming to himself loudly while he jerked the wheel back and forth. Geez, he's really composed. Third place isn't first, but it's still pretty good. After a bit, he suddenly stopped humming and began to speak.
Oh, what do you say we try for first place?
Sounds good to me. No sooner were the words out of his mouth, however, than our cart began to shake. You jinxed us! Something's wrong!
What the hell? Did something happen to our tires?
He was probably right. The cart had been fine a moment before, and now it was shaking like a leaf in the wind. It had to be our tires.
Damn, no choice then. Let off on the gas.
Right. I lifted my foot off the accelerator, and the cart slowed to a stop at the side of the course.
Huh, caltrops.
What? Shirabe grunted and got down on his knees to pull them out of the wheels. Why would there be caltrops on a racetrack? Traps?
Well, they're a ninja tool among other things, but there's actually a plant called a caltrop with seeds that... On second thought, maybe now's not the time.
Yeah, Mr. Brainiac, now's not the time for a lesson. He let out a deep sigh. If we didn't do something, we'd be lapped, and all hope of winning would be lost. Do we actually have a pit crew here to change our tires, or is all hope lost? Fortunately, it turned out that the tires were thick and hadn't been punctured. So they were just giving us bumps because they were stuck in the tires? We hopped back into the cart and roared back onto the track to find ourselves third from the last, 6th place. Aw, that's so disappointing! It wasn't long before we entered the second lap.
What were caltrops doing on a racetrack?
What do you think? It's sabotage! Well, the only thing that makes sense is that someone put them there.
Like putting a tack on your teacher's chair, huh?
He grumbled and jerked the wheel to the side. As he did, I heard a noise that could only be described as odd. Wait, did you hear that?
Huh. I think it went off when I drove over one of those question marks.
He twisted his head back to look at it. Oh, one of the buttons has a light next to it.
Oh. Yeah. Looks like the boost one.
I noticed the buttons at the start of the race, but I hadn't really known what they meant.
Do you think you could be a deer and press it in just...
Right.
Whoa!
Did I press it at the wrong time? I hadn't noticed that we were approaching the curve, and when the boost kicked in, we shot forward, nearly flying off the track.
Ah!
Shirabe spun the wheel in the other direction, narrowly avoiding disaster. I'm sorry, I just pushed it. I didn't think about it.
Clearly. No, my fault. I should have been more clear.
Nope, I had an itchy trigger finger. I didn't even let you finish your sentence.
Still, we managed to pass one of the piglets. Well, that's good, right?
I'm really sorry. I'll pay more attention next time, I promise. Without Shirabe's quick thinking, we would have gotten very badly hurt. I wiped cold sweat away from my forehead and turned my attention back to working the gas.
So, looks like one of these buttons here lights up when we pass one of those question marks on the track. Well, those caltrops must have been dropped by someone else's cart.
So these buttons are for the items that mess with other racers?
So it would seem.
Except for boost. Unfortunately, by now the lead cars were on their third and final lap, just as we were entering our own.
Never give up.
Never surrender! He jerked the wheel to the side, and our cart flew over a question mark. One of the buttons lit up. The missile one. Well, let's hope there's a piglet ahead of us.
Good. Alright then.
He thought for a moment.
I'll push it this time.
Okay. He doesn't trust me anymore. Admittedly, after my mistake earlier, I was reluctant to push it myself. Shirabe waited for the right moment, then quickly hit the button. Whoa! I guess it had some kick. A missile flew out from under our cart, slamming into the one in front of us.
Huh, take that.
Look at that smug look. I like it. The other cart suddenly slowed and careened off the track.
Oh, that puts us in fourth.
He grinned and punched the air. I wonder why he pushed the button himself. Maybe he just enjoyed it. Let's see. Did he think I felt bad about messing it up? Did you push the button because you thought I was feeling bad after messing it up last time?
No, not really. See, we didn't know exactly what a missile might do, you know? What if it turned out the things killed people? You're too young to have that kind of mess on your conscience.
Aw, you're so sweet to be that considerate. Oh, I didn't even think. Thank you.
No worries, little lady. Well, let's save the heart-to-heart for after the race. What do you say? We've still got half a lap left. See? Well, that's the third-place car in front of us.
Yeah, I could see Mitarashi and Wakasa. There's a pair of piglets in front of them, and Shido and Mayoshi are in the lead.
We're coming up on the last straightaway. The race is about to get pretty intense.
No sooner had Shirabe finished than the second-place cart let out an angry roar and sped up. They'd used their boost. The piglet cart kept accelerating until I thought it was going to pass Shido and Mayoshi, but... Ah! With a sudden boom, the piglet spun out, glancing off Shido's cart. Mitarashi shot by them toward the finish line.
Damn!
Shirabe shouted to me even as he began to turn the wheel.
Stop the cart!
Right! Darn you, Mitarashi! We slowed to a stop near the edge of the track, and ran over to Shido and Miyoshi. Are you guys okay? Their cart had stopped just short of the fence.
Yeah, barely. I thought we were gonna die.
Thank goodness you guys are okay. Although alive and unhurt, they were both pale and shaken.
Victory!
The announcer's voice echoed across the track. Mitarashi and Wakasa's victory was official. Well, it's good that they won, but someone could have really gotten hurt. I couldn't bring myself to feel happy about their victory. It was important for us to win, but it didn't seem right to hurt each other to make that happen. But what do I know? Maybe if they hadn't done that, we wouldn't have been able to win. Yeah, that piglet might have won, and then we'd have been in big trouble. And now we can skip. Shirabe, are you alright? Nobody else is paying attention to you but me. The ceiling, it's going to crush us. Help! Tell him to do his best. No help for you in saving our lives. Explosive insight, Queen of Hearts. Get mad, baby. You were late, so I went to find you. How are you feeling? And break time with Shirabe. What are we gonna do tonight? Hopefully not fall asleep on him again. I couldn't stop worrying about Shirabe and what he might have been up to, so I went to find him. Hey, Shirabe!
Oh, hello there, little lady. Something the matter?
No, not really. Just out enjoying the night air.
Oh, wise choice. The moon sure is beautiful tonight, isn't she?
He was right. The moon was huge and bright in the middle of the night sky.
Looking up at that stunning pearl of the sky has always helped me sort through that jumble of nonsense that caught my thoughts.
So, the moon helps you think?
Indeed it does. Sometimes I'll spend all night outside, going wherever my feet take me. Can't do much of that on this boat, though.
Well, you can roam around the boat a lot. Seems like a pretty big boat. All night? Don't you get cold? And tired? When do you sleep?
Well, sure. But that helps too. Keeps me fresh.
He grinned and fished around in his pocket for a minute before pulling out a box of snacks.
I want one.
What's that face for? He looks like, I don't really want to give you one of these, but since I'm taking it out, I'm going to have to offer it to you anyway. Sure, thanks. Oh no, I shouldn't have taken that. I plucked one from the box and stuck it into my mouth, just like I'd seen him do. After a moment, I actually did feel like my head was starting to clear. I should ask him about what I saw, but it doesn't feel like the right time.
She is a great companion for a night contemplation, isn't she?
Huh? Oh yeah, definitely.
Huh. Good to know you understand.
Finding commonality over our love of the moon. Shirabe lay down on the deck and looked up at the night sky. He seemed happy. I followed suit and lay down next to him. Oh, we get a picture of this, huh? Looks good to me. I'd love to be there. The moon is so bright. We lay there for an hour or so, admiring the moon in silence. I think I might fall asleep. I never did manage to ask him about what he'd been doing at the statue. Of course. And do we skip? Yep, time to skip. Aw. Well, I mean, that was a nice little moment that we got to lay out on the deck together staring at the moon, but it was so short. We didn't get to do much. But at least we had time bonding just being in each other's presence. And here we are at the hospital for the next stage of the game, but I will continue that in the next episode, because I think we should be done for this one for now. Whatever the case, I'd love to see you in the next episode or some of my other videos, and I'd be so grateful for any likes, comments, subscriptions, or shares with your friends to show some support. Thank you so much for joining me, and I wish you all health, happiness, and safety. Dirili signing out. Bye bye everybody.